Hey, it's your boy, Elph. It's me. As most of you know, Mythymoo finally played Chicken Little Ace in action after 1,299 days of me asking, which is... that's a lot of days. It's almost about 3.5 years. So, and I just wanted to reflect on my sort of journey, maybe answer a few questions you might have had, and also give my review of his video. I first became aware of Chicken Little Ace in action while looking through Disney games on Steam. I'm pretty sure I was looking for Monsters Inc. Scare Island because that game is a jam and I wanted to play it again. Like, holy shit. You gotta give that game a go. I remember seeing Chicken Little Ace in action and thinking like, what the fuck is this game? Like, it's an entire game based on a gag at the end of Chicken Little where the story of the movie is made into an action movie in the movie. That's weird. And the game itself is a prequel to that in-game movie where you play as the characters from the actual Chicken Little movie who are playing the game. It's the whole thing is just a big meta mindfuck. And that got stuck in my head for some reason. It's like a running joke where I just think about Chicken Little Ace in action being just a ridiculous game. And this all happened in around 2017, maybe 2016. And this is when Mythymoo was making Smite videos, and just Smite videos, and that was it. But he'd always say if you had any suggestions to comment them below for games he can play and stuff like that. So on September the 11th, for some reason, I don't know why it happened to be 9/11. That's just pure fluke. It wasn't like a joke I hadn't planned. I was like, yo, he should play Chicken Little Ace in action. That'd be fun. And then I asked again the next day, and the next day, and yeah, I just kept asking every day. In that first year, I think I passed like 10 likes on a comment twice. It was pretty uneventful. No one had really noticed yet. I did actually buy 2 copies of the game for like 75% off or something, and I sent Myth the key on Twitch. I really hope he actually used that copy to play for the video. I'd be very happy if he did. That would be a nice little touch. But on a Twitch stream, he finally acknowledged me for the first time in that first year.
No, get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
not gonna play Chicken Little Ace in action. Fuck's sake.
My God.
You're like one guy that wanna see it, so I'm gonna get 1 view on that video.
Chicken Little. He's just there.
Yes, it's just the best game of all time too.
The sky is falling.
Now at the time, nothing he said was actually wrong there. Like, no one was noticing me making the comments, so the video would have probably tanked. Even though, yes, it is the best game of all time. I'm pretty sure it was within days of my 1-year anniversary when I thought, hey, I wonder how long I've actually been doing this for, and I went through all my old comments. And when I found the anniversary was coming up, I was like, oh shit, I should probably do something. And I ended up making a video called Chicken Little Judgment Day. Ooh. I played through the first few levels of the game, put it in the background, which was actually the first time I played Chicken Little Ace in action, after a year of me asking for a game I had never actually played. I shared the video on Twitter and I added Myth and he replied and liked it, which was the closest we'd come to having a positive interaction at the time. The gist of that video was why Chicken Little Ace in action was just like the best game and he had to play it because it was just a spectacle. Now the 6th of October 2018 was the first time I actually saw someone comment about Chicken Little Ace in action, but without me bringing it up, which was pretty cool. But apart from that, between the first and second anniversaries of my comments, not much changed. My comments were still mostly getting 1 to 2 likes, with one of those being me, because, you know, you gotta get the ball rolling. What do I keep doing? On September the 11th, 2019, I stopped fucking around and made a video called Chicken Little Endgame. I busted out my webcam for the first time in this series and went into my sicko stance to prove that he really needed to play this game for his channel. At this stage, he had stopped playing Smite and started playing the trendy games, whatever had just been released and that kind of stuff. My argument was that big channels don't follow trends, they start them, and Chicken Little Ace in action could be an untapped goldmine of content. And it was only in late 2019 that people actually started to notice my comments. And on the 17th of November, I got my first heart. So that was a big step. 9 to 10 likes had become the norm rather than the peak. And more people were replying to my comments as well. Myth would even reply sometimes at that stage, with his usual joke being that he'd never actually heard of Chicken Little Ace in action. Which was ridiculous, because no, totally had. Fuck. There were haters, like this guy called Marvin, who's an arsehole. People will comment about Chicken Little Ace in action rather than just reply to my comments, which was pretty That was a big step. That was when it became like a thing rather than just something I was doing. Marvin was still being a dick though. And on the 11th of August 2020, he actually confirmed for the first time that he would play Chicken Little Ace in action in 2022, which he then confirmed on stream.
Thanks for confirming Chicken Little Ace in action for 2022. Yeah, it's gonna be there.
I cut it too early. It seemed fine on the Twitch editor, but when you cut it, it didn't work like that. I don't know. Fuck Amazon. My goal from that point shifted from actually getting him to play it to getting him to play it sooner, and just to keep the awareness going so he couldn't just, lie and not do it later. Past day 1000, people started really getting behind the cause, and there was this one discussion that I found really funny. Sorry, it's on my phone. It's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh, now I have to find it. I should have prepared. Fuck. Fuck you, Marvin. God damn it. Amr Zohaid replies, I'm not trying to destroy your dreams, but I saw the game. It isn't a game Myth would love. It just isn't his style. Sorry. Sir Detoni replies, at Amr Zohaid, indeed, the game is major shit from what I've played. Oh my god. Amr Zohaid replies, at Sir Datoni, no! Delete it right now! It's probably the guy's favorite game. You didn't like it, but maybe he did. I saw him in the past 30 or 40 episodes of Myth's channel. He really wants him to play it. Sorry guy, but Myth will most likely not play the game. It isn't what he usually plays. Sir Datoni replies, at Amr Zohaid, I really hope this guy is recommending it ironically. It is just a kid's PS2 game, like that one Toy Story game. Amr Zohaid replies, at Sir Datoni, hopeful. I don't really know? Andrea got my back though, she's cool. I don't know. That's one of the people who was always in the comments being nice. That series of comments actually happened on the 3rd anniversary. And on that 3rd anniversary, I decided to do a stream and make highlights instead of doing a proper fancy video like this. I felt like I made all my points by that stage, and I didn't really have anything else to say since he'd already said he'd play it. Just something a little bit fun and to keep the hype up. By that stage, the norm was like 20, 30, 40 likes, with 100 likes being common. More comments, more replies. Mahmood was a regular commenter, and he's a real G. He's a cool guy. Myth's channel got taken over by PayPal scammers, and that ruined my streak. Fluffy X Kitty Cat was another hater who had an incredible redemption arc, only to throw it away a couple videos later. More comments, more replies, more haters, some confusion. Just some guy with a mustache who comments on like every YouTube video. He started making comments that were pro Chicken Little, which was a big help, I think. Redemption arc's got a redemption arc thanks to this guy called Harris Kawaja. Blah blah blah, more comments, blah blah blah. Then I suggest that maybe he should play it on April Fool's. And yeah, he finally played it 1,299 days later. The journey has ended. I imagined that day for like 3.5 years, and honestly I still don't know what to say. Some of my ideas over the years to reply something like, shit video, unsubbed, or what even is this game? This is terrible. Why do you play it? Or, something like that. Just as like a joke. But it didn't feel right. If he trashed the game, then maybe. But I feel like he made the most of it. I guess he gave it a good go. And I'm super grateful for that. So, yeah. Thanks. Finally played it. It's all over. Now I'm going to answer a few frequently asked questions I've had in my journey so far. The most common one recently is, what now? A lot of people think I'm just going to die now, but as cool as that would be, I don't see it happening anytime soon. I think comment-wise, this is it for now. I'm not going to ask him to play something else. Like, I've had my fun. I don't want to, milk it too much. And there's actually a lot of people asking for games on this channel now. I'm genuinely surprised he hasn't played any of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. Like, those are jams, and he would love them. Myth, if you're watching, you want to play Red or Blue Rescue Team, or the remastered, it's like DX or something like that, I don't know, it's on the Switch. Play that one first, instead of Explorers of Time, Darkness, or Sky, because those games are amazing, and the originals aren't quite as good, so playing it second might make it feel underwhelming, even though they are both, like, really good games. But yeah, that and then Explorers of Sky, because that one has like episodes, it's like extra content as well, and some of the stories in those are just whoa, really good. Other requested games you'd probably like Okami, Yakuza 0, the Castlevanias, or any of those. Uncharted 4, Infamous, Second Son, the other one. It's any of the big PS4 exclusives. Those are, most of those are pretty good games. I officially throw my weight behind those games. They are Elph endorsed or whatever, I don't know. No one cares, everyone's forgotten about me already. And as for the people asking for more obscure games, don't give up, we know it's possible now. I saw someone asking for Donald Duck Quack Attack, and those are the best 4 words I'd ever read. I googled it, and it turns out there's another game called PK Out of the Shadows, and I'll try and explain what this game is. It's based on an Italian comic book series where Donald Duck is like a robot superhero guy, and he has to save the planet, and it's made by Ubisoft Montreal, who makes all the Assassin's Creed games. Like, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and I think that would make a really funny video, just the logic of it. But, no pressure, Myth. Like, I've had my fun. I've had my video. This is just, if you want to, that'd be cool, but I'm not gonna push it at all. Did I comment every day? No. There were some gaps early on when I was on holiday without internet, but apart from that, it was every day. Is Chicken Little Ace in Action your favourite game? I actually haven't finished it yet. I've even done one playthrough. There's 4 chapters, and I played 1 chapter per anniversary as like content for the backgrounds. So I actually still have the last quarter to go. I might stream that or something, I don't know, like don't actually care because, it's... But it definitely has its strengths. Like, I've played a lot of it now, and the controls for the tank and spaceship are top notch. The flying controls specifically are the best I've ever experienced. Like, the space levels are just like, really smooth. The story is wacky and funny enough to be engaging, and there's heaps of meta humor and fourth wall breaking and stuff like that. There are some parts of like the Ace missions where you're like running around shooting people, which may be a bit seasick, and a couple of the mini games in the Ace missions are pretty tedious. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, it's fine. It's a reasonable game. Yeah, what you'd expect, I guess. So what did I think of the video now that it's finally out? I mean, he seemed to enjoy it, sort of. The Ace missions are my least favorite, and I feel like he felt the same. He liked the vehicle controls, so clearly he has good taste. It would have been cool if he tried co-op with like May or something through like the Steam. You can do that now on my computers. I don't know what it's called. I don't have friends. It's just a couple bonus games rather than like the entire game with 2 people. But still, I think he would have found it fun. That would be something to see if you wanted to make another one. Maybe 2? Overall, I'd say it was an enjoyable watch, and it lived up to my hype, so thank you. Big thank you to actually, like, playing it. Seriously. It's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. A big thank you to all the people who commented and liked all my comments, because, I mean, they're the ones who made it possible. If I just got, like, 1-2 likes the entire time, this never would have happened. So, thank you. And for all the haters who said he'd never play it, suck my tic-tac testicles, okay? Who's the idiot now? Elph is out for diggity. Retweet.